So how am I even supposed to know what is reality and what is not anymore? If all my memories are a construction of various memories of different M.A. Morenos across different universi. Who am I? Where am I?
And what am I doing in this tree? What's that?
M.A. Moreno, over here!
Ah!
Hi, are you alright?
Are you after me, Lucky Charms?
Oh, so you're finally awake.
Who are you?
I'm Katie, the leper critic.
Does anyone ever tell you that you kind of resemble Minya?
I get that a lot. Parallel universes?
Fair enough.
Do you need anything? Some Guinness? Some red lemonade? Maybe some whiskey? Or some Irish cream?
No thanks, I'm fine. I'm good. But, I do need to get back and figure out if there are any, reviews I need to do. I need to check my online list to see if I've received any review requests.
Oh, I can look that up for you. Looks like you've got a request to review Best Worst Movie from Michael Stevenson.
Wait. Leprechauns can operate computers?
It's no different than operating a pot of gold.
Best Worst Movie, isn't that a documentary about the people who made Troll 2?
That it is.
Okay, who directed that?
Let's see. Directed by Michael Stevenson.
Wait a minute, isn't that the guy who requested the review?
How's that work?
Parallel universes?
Okay, whatever. Michael Stevenson, who played the character Joshua Waits in the film Troll 2, directs Best Worst Movie, the documentary that follows the people who performed in the movie years after the fact. He focuses on George Hardy, who played his father in the film, which is a rather interesting choice because it allows him to have a sense of objectivity to a subject that is ultimately very close to him. The adventures that Michael and George have along the way as they run into fans who are rabid about a film that they're frankly not too impressed with themselves is far more exciting than even their initial team up against the goblins.
Did you say goblins? Oh, you mean like the review goblin I once mortally wounded.
Toss me out of continuity, will you?
Leave Moreno alone.
Think I'm afraid of you, leper critic?
You better back off, Pagan Valiant, or I'm going to reveal where you got your secret power.
You win this round, Katie.
Now continue, Mr. Moreno.
In the wake of such recent horror documentaries such as Halloween 25 Years of Terror and Never Sleep Again, the stakes are pretty high for documentaries based off of the making of horror films, but thankfully Best Worst Movie takes such a different approach that it really stands out. This isn't about how this film came to be, this is about what has happened to these people since, and especially how they deal with the discovery that their embarrassing little project from the past has now become a cult film. One person who takes the newfound reputation of the film rather hard is Claudio Fragasso, the director of Troll 2, who would really like to believe that what he made back in 1989 was a masterpiece, but let's face it, if the film were not made by such a pretentious person, it wouldn't have the honesty that makes it so endearing to its fans. And I think that that sense of endearment and honesty transfers into the documentary itself and gives it a real touching feeling that keeps it from just being a laugh fest. That's not to say that it's not funny, it's actually quite amusing at times. But there are also moments in which we feel for these people far more than we ever could in that really terrible film they were in. Perhaps one of the sadder moments in the documentary occurs when they tried to go to various conventions. After being treated like celebrities at these screenings where all the fans came to watch the film, they go to these horror and science fiction conventions and find that no one particularly cares about them. Unknowingly, they've made the mistake of forgetting that the way Troll 2 became popular in the first place was by people finding it, not by the filmmakers going out and finding the audience. Few movie-based documentaries can be said to be as good as, if not better than, the films they're based on. Now, it's obvious that this film has the advantage of being just technically made better. But beyond that, like very few documentaries, maybe say Hearts of Darkness, a filmmaker's Apocalypse, this documentary actually enhances the experience you get in watching the film, and so it's a must-see, a must-own for Troll 2 fans, and I'd say that it's also a must-see for anyone who appreciates a good documentary or just has a fascination with what happens to people after that moment in the spotlight, however good or bad it might have been, goes away. Best Worst Movie was more than deserving of all the critical acclaim and awards that it won, and I hope that you'll go out and check it out. 4 stars. Well, I want to thank the director for asking me to review this, and I want to thank Katie, the Lipocritic, for helping me to get this to you. And just remember until next time that I put the cool in Cine-cool.
Welcome to KTPSA, where I can tell you what you can learn from Best Worst Movie. You know, as embarrassing as it is to star in such a poorly made, poorly funded movie, there's still the experience of the fun that you can gain from going through such an experience. And don't you forget it.